And welcome. Hey folks, welcome along to the Helium Down Under channel. My name is Ian, I'm your host for the video today. This channel, of course, is all focused on helium, HNT, the Internet of Things, and with a particular focus down in this big beautiful world that we call Down Under with Australia and New Zealand, which has the IoT frequency band of AU915. So guys, this call today is just a really quick update call. Just yesterday, I released a video that was all focused around Lynx Dot and the pending release of the Lynx Dot hotspot to the market and how we would go about actually ordering that. Now, I'm going to guess that many of you will have received the email, etc. But let's just go back if this is in fact video number 1 for you. Let's revisit. Okay, so this is the Lynx Dot Helium hotspot. It is a brand new hotspot to the market. Who only a couple of days ago received all of the certifications from Helium and the permissions to make their hotspots and to put them out there on the people's network. And of course, I have been for the last couple of months, been dealing with Lynx Dot in the back channels, been talking to Adrian, the founding member and CEO of the company, as well as Eric in the Discord, who is one of their primary communication type people with the company. And of course, we were all gearing up for a launch into Australia. But if you have already joined their waitlist, which if you have not joined their waitlist, you must do that because it's currently the only way to stand any chance of ordering a Lynx Dot hotspot. And that is on their website. It is the button up there that says join the waitlist. Okay, when you click on that, you'll go to this section, your name, your email address, join the waitlist, and you're in the running. As I say, it is the only way at this point that you will be able to have any chance of purchasing a hotspot. They are working through the waitlist as opposed to a general online store due to some disaster stories over the recent weeks as some of the other hotspot vendors have come online and their website has been totally overwhelmed. Just today, this morning, I woke up after my phone started buzzing with a few people that were sending me messages regarding the Lynx Dot launch. And that is because the pre-order information has now finally been released via email to all of those people that were waiting on the waitlist. This is not the link that actually shows you where to order. It just basically gives you the instructions. And basically it's just going through the same information, essentially saying that Lynx Dot is available and how they are going to order, that it would be through an email invitation. But for those of us down here in Australia, we have been waiting, we have been praying, we have been doing whatever we can do to try and channel the positive energy to ensure that the AU915 frequency band in fact did receive the attention that it needs. Boom. Well, we are starting to get used to feeling like second-rate citizens, and for some reason I'm beginning to feel like Helium does not want AU915 on the people's network. Of course, Helium does, but the vendors that are providing the hotspots at the moment, I guess they're looking at where the biggest markets are. And what the unfortunate news is that right now, as of today, is that that we are working on Oz certification, and if we do not have the RCM by the time we go live, a separate sale will be done for Australian users. Once we've got more information, we'll share that with the community. Okay, so what does that effectively mean? Well, the invitations to purchase have not gone out yet as far as I'm led to believe. They will probably go out over the next 24 to 48 hours, maybe even an extra day on top of that, but sometime over the next couple of days, the invitation to purchase emails will go out in small batches to people that are waiting on the Lynx Dot waitlist. Unfortunately, what it will not be doing is offering units to Australia. Now, I'm not entirely sure. The waitlist doesn't have any capacity to be able to specify which region you're in. It just has a name and an email address. So my guess is the fact that we're all going to receive these emails, but if you are in Australia, they will not ship to Australia at this point. But the big important thing to take note here is that, guys, Lynx Dot have not said that they do not want to service Australia. In fact, I know absolutely solidly 100% that I would put money on it that Lynx Dot have got a huge desire to service the Australia-New Zealand market and the wider AU915 frequency band. It is one of the target groups that they want to get units out there. So there will be units for that frequency band very soon, but we need the certifications to be able to run within our government regulation systems, and that is the RCM, which is the certification for Australia. And it's not like they haven't started this process. They're well progressed, but at this stage they just don't have an answer. Now, the answer may arrive in their email by tomorrow. Who knows? I've got no idea, guys, how long this delay is going to be. But as soon as they have RCM, then Australia will slot straight back into the list of countries and regions that can purchase from Lynx Dot. Where we will be, will that be in the first batch 1, which my previous video, which if you haven't seen the previous video, make sure you look for it on my YouTube channel. You will have seen the fact that they are limiting the first batch to only 100 units. Now, my hope is here, guys, I'm really hopeful, but I'm starting to get used to being let down, as I'm sure many of you are as well, because it's not just Lynx Dot here, guys. This is all of the providers. We were able to place orders with RAC. They closed the doors to everybody, so I guess it's not special treatment there. It's the same across the board. Nebra, well, they're likewise not taking any orders, but likewise they don't seem to be delivering any orders. But nonetheless, I'm sure that our back orders with Nebra will eventually see the light of day. There was Syncrobit, but there are a bunch of other vendors that have come on recently which actually don't even seem to have Australia on their radar. Lynx Dot, we are on their radar, so guys, hold true. It will eventually arrive. As soon as I hear anything solidly from Adrian or from any other channels, I will let you know. But at this point, unfortunately, it would appear that the initial offer to purchase a Lynx Dot is not going to arrive in the next 24 to 48 hours as we had expected that it probably would. So guys, I apologize if my previous video maybe set the expectation level a little bit high. I really want to try and be as transparent as I can with all of my videos. I don't want to try and hype you into doing anything. Not that you can do anything anyway. You can't purchase because they're not selling them to us. Some of the other information that is actually really quite interesting though, and it is actually really exciting to me, and that is the price of £399, which includes shipping. Now, in my last video, I was question marking if that shipping would include to Australia, and it would appear that that is going to be international shipping to wherever you are in the world. So £399 converts to approximately $750 Australian, and that will be delivered excluding any duty that you may need to pay on the unit. And it's important to know that paying any duty on any goods that you bring into Australia is very dependent upon Australian government regulations, etc. Information that I have is if you make a purchase that's less than $1,000, that there is no duty payable. If it's more than $1,000, then you do pay duty. I know many hotspot owners in Australia that have received hotspots just over the last couple of months, and at this point, none of them have paid duty. So I don't know. Will that trend continue? Couldn't really tell you for certain, but it's really exciting to know that £399 does include shipping to Australia. So guys, hold the course. Keep an eye on your email. Keep an eye on your YouTube channel, because as soon as there's anything, I'm sure that we'll receive notification from me, if not the company Lynx Dot. Anyway, change track here. Okay, we're going to actually just throw a couple more things into this video here today. Nothing that I say in any of my videos it should ever be construed as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a financial expert, nor in fact am I a crypto expert. I'm probably like many of you. I'm learning as I go along. But what I would like to do is actually just present a little bit of information here, show you the charts on what's happening with HNT, the Helium token, right now, because this is actually really exciting. Of course, we've got the halving coming up, in just a couple of days. Now, I don't know at the moment if the price action that we're seeing in the charts is as a result of the pending halving. I don't know if the trend will continue after that, but right now it's actually pretty cool to watch. Not that we can, of course, earn HNT right now, unless you're one of those lucky few in Australia with a hotspot. And for those, we'll look at your setups in just a moment. But let's check out the chart here. This is looking on the weekly level, incidentally. So if you notice this white line down here, this was a trend line that pretty much takes us all the way back to April. Now, April was not the top of the chart. Back here in May was 24th of May, the week of 24th of May. That's when HNT had a bit of a spike. But if we take that spike out of the equation and we just look at a trend line, this is the trend line that we were on. And right now, HNT has broken that trend line and is also sitting above the 21-week moving average. Now, right now, we have got 1 day and 19 hours until this candle closes. So there's still almost another 2 days. Anything could happen in that period of time. What you also see on the charts here, just to give you some explanation of what we're looking at, is these are weekly support levels. If you notice that green line there that was the weekly close back on the week of the 28th of June. And ever since then, we've been down below that level. Down here, we have got support level down below that, which is $11.30, which sort of represents what you would sort of consider as being the floor for HNT. Goodness, ever since we broke through that floor on the 29th of May, we've been above that level. Now, what we do have here above us, though, is a resistance level. This resistance level is sitting at about $15.70 odd cents, and that is the weekly resistance level as it stands at the moment. But look at this big girthy green candle here, guys. This is actually really good news. Breaking that trend line, breaking above the 21-week moving average, and breaking above this weekly resistance is all really bullish signs. And of course, just ducking across here to my ticker on the side here, if you sort of scroll, this is just taking a snapshot in time for today. HNT is one of the best performing altcoins that are out there right now, at least based on the ones that I've got on my ticker chart on my trading view. So guys, this is really good on a weekly level. The warning signs, I guess, for myself right now is that let's go to the daily level. Let's go to a daily on this chart. Okay, so this, if you do not know anything about charting, and as I say, I'm not an expert, this is just what I've picked up. This is the RSI here, the Relative Strength Index. This little dotted line represents 70, and typically markets, when they reach 70%, are considered to be overbought, meaning that there is probably, or possibly at least, pressure to bring that price back again. Now, if you go back historically here, you'll see that HNT doesn't really seem to respect that 70 level anyway. And in fact, I would probably be looking at a level of closer to 80 as being the truly oversold level for HNT. Right now, we are still below the 70, which is fantastic. So we've still got room to grow up there. But there is quite a possibility that this line here at $15 may, in fact, give us some resistance. Guys, keep an eye on this yourself. This is TradingView. You can use a free chart. You can get a free account. I actually have a paid account. If you have a free one, you'll just have to put up with a few more ads. But what I can say right now, from what I'm looking at it, guys, in my perspective, HNT is looking incredibly strong. So what does that going to mean to us moving forward? Well, guys, we are eventually going to be able to get hotspots here in Australia, New Zealand, and of course, our map will look much the same as what the UK does and what the US does. Give us 12 months time and we'll be looking back at this particular point in time as a bit of a blip on the radar and just a bit of an unfortunate set of circumstances. The charts are showing us right now a lot of strength for HNT. Will it continue to perform that way? Who could really say for certain? But in my opinion, I would suggest this is showing very, very good signs. And with the halving coming up, that reduces the amount of HNT available on the network, and the HNT is required obviously when new hotspots are coming on. It's also burnt to create data credits and a bunch of other things. So the demand for HNT is there. There's been an exorbitant amount of HNT locked up in our consensus groups. So the amount of HNT that is out there available on the exchanges is starting to diminish. The demand is still going up. So guys, when demand goes up, supply goes down, the price generally goes up there with demand as well. So from my point of view, guys, it's looking really good with HNT right now. Let's take 5 minutes to have a bit of a look at one of the super duper setups that we've got happening in Australia right now. Okay, these are the guys that are out there that are blazing the trail. And this particular cluster that we're showing you belongs to, is part of Bryce's network. Now, those of you who are on the Facebook group, the Helium Australia Early Adopters Facebook group, you will actually, or you may or may not realize that Bryce is was the founder of that group. He put that together with a couple of his friends, goodness, probably about 6 months ago. I did interview Bryce last week. The video didn't quite work out so great, so we're going to be re-recording that in a couple of days' time. But this setup that we're looking at here on our map is in fact Bryce's little setup in coordination with a few other hotspots. But guys, check this out right now. If this doesn't excite you, right, we are already dealing with, let's have a look here. Oh, look, it was 105,000 hotspots that were on the network right now. Okay, so we are adding hotspots at an astounding rate. The network is growing, harvesting coming up. All these hotspots, people are concerned. They're starting to panic, saying, "Oh my God, is helium going to be worth this? Is it really worth the time, the investment to actually do this?" Moving forward, guys, I don't know. Who could say for certain? Nobody has a crystal ball. But let's check out the facts of right now. Here's Bryce in Australia right now. Now, Bryce, let's go back to his statistics. You've probably seen this on the map because there's not too many Australian setups, and you've probably already checked this out yourself. But Bryce down here, his one unit in the middle, which is Cold Current Anteater. It has been on the network now for about a month. It's a Nebra unit. A lot of these are actually, most of these are Nebra units. They came in batch 1, so Bryce was one of the very, very early purchasers of Nebra. He was fortunate enough and foreseeing enough to see helium for the success it was going to be, and he ordered before probably the bulk of us. But checking this out, we've got, this is just the last 24 hours earning here is 3.1 HNT, and somewhere here it tells me how much he earned over the, oh, or does it? Maybe not. Somewhere on here I thought it told me how much he earned for the 30 days. Goodness, where does it show me in there? Somewhere in there. Look, right now he's sitting up around 20, I think it was about 22 HNT when I looked before starting this video. So guys, even let's have a look, 3 HNT per day. No guarantees this is going to happen every day, but this is consistent with what's been happening for him for the last 30 days, so it's not likely to change. Let's just skip back to the chart again. Right now the price is, let's say, $15. Okay, so we've got 15 times 3, that's $45. That's $50, and that's not Australian. That's $50 American that he is earning every day right now, and that's with 105,000 hotspots on the network. This is not figures that were taken 2 months ago when we were sitting at maybe 30,000. This is still current figures right now. So, guys, I've really got an enormously good feeling about helium. It's only going to get bigger. The Internet of Things, I believe, is tomorrow's internet. It will be the next big sensation. What will it be used for, guys? We don't even know the applications that it will be used for in 2 years' time right now. And in fact, if we crystal ball, or not crystal ball, but if we look back in time from 2 years ago, we will just be astounded at the applications, I believe, for the Internet of Things in general, of which helium will be the world's largest decentralized global Internet of Things network. There are a bunch of networks out there, and there's a bunch of networks in Australia right now, commercial. A few of the commercial telcos actually have IoT networks. A lot of councils have closed networks. There's a bunch of closed networks all over the country. But guys, this is a global, decentralized. There's no big player that is calling the shots. It is truly decentralized, where we can all get a slice of the pie. So guys, there we go. All right, we've had heard the unfortunate news about Lynx Dot, but guys, don't lose hope. It is not a forever It's not like somebody is standing up and saying, that's it, bomb, bomb. Sorry, Australia, you're not playing the game. You're winning too many gold medals in the Olympics, so the way we're going to hold you down is by cutting off your HNT supply. No, it's not going to be like that. Unfortunately, most of these companies are going where the money is. We can't really probably deny that. We would probably do the same thing if we were in the same position. It's all to do with the RCM certification. It is a different certification to what's used in the US and used in the UK. Great thing is it's not vastly different to the UK's CE certification. So to get RCM is actually not that difficult. It just takes a few more steps. And companies right now are not putting the RCM certification at the top of their shopping list, because why do they need to when they've got these other huge networks over in US and Europe to tap into? Real disappointing for us. It is a total pain in the you-know-what for us down here in Australia, because we're just hanging to get a slice of the pie. But guys, it is going to happen. So there we go. Guys, watch your email, watch Facebook, watch Twitter, watch whatever you can watch. Watch the Olympic Games. Watch more Aussies win gold. Aussie. And even New Zealand. My goodness, you guys over there across the ditch, you're doing really well as well. So congratulations to New Zealand on all your success that you're getting in the Olympics right now. And of course, actually just having a quick whip out on the map. Let's just do this totally impromptu. Where's New Zealand? I can't find New Zealand. There it is. New Zealand, in fact, has got 2 hotspots. One down here in Christchurch, one up here in Wellington. Guys, New Zealand's going to be just like Australia. It's going to be flashing like a Christmas tree very soon with helium hotspots. All be in the money, just like Bryce is, as long as we build our networks sensibly. Don't just plonk a single hotspot out there in the middle of nowhere. Don't just purchase a hotspot and put it on your coffee table in the lounge room. Guys, HNT is like gold, and you've got to put a little bit of work into it. So guys, between myself, between Bryce, and look, there's a bunch of us that are going to be providing a lot of support to us Aussies and New Zealanders with some recommendations. The interview with Bryce in just a couple of weeks, we'll have a look at his setup. There's already photos on Facebook, so check them out. He's really doing a top job down there. Guys, thanks for watching, and I will be talking to you real soon. Cheers.